Hello everybody, this is Tom and Oscar from Team Exalted with another episode of Reveal and Review, and today we have an Age of Ascension deck. Let's get this cracked open and see what we've got inside.
Today, hoping for either Mars or Sanctum, as they have been taken out of the game since Worlds Collide. Sanctum coming back in Mass Mutation. Very happy for that.
So in this AOA deck we have Dis, Untamed and Logos. This is Count Losslog, the Timeless Adventurer.
First card, we're starting with Dis, a Maverick Tremor. Play, stun a creature and each of its neighbours. We got a Maverick Gargantua Scrapper last episode in Untamed. Next up we have Banish, Amber Pip on it. Play, put an enemy creature into your opponent's archives. Another Amber Pip in Dis, Cull the Weak. Play, destroy the least powerful enemy creature. At the moment we have very good dinosaur destruction here. 2 Cull the Weaks, very useful. A Dust Imp, first creature of this. 2 power, no armor, destroyed, gain 2 amber. Not finished with you, Amber Pip whenever you play it. Play, shuffle any number of creatures from your discard pile into your deck. Very good with that Dust Imp. 2 of those, very useful. A Yerk, 4 power, no armor. Play, choose and discard a card from your hand.
Well, we're not many creatures in Dis so far, but that not finished with you. We can at least bring back whatever card we discard with the Yerk if we want it.
Well, at this point we're going to be discarding a Yerk. 2 Yerks. We have a Bloodshot Imp, 2 power, no armor. After a creature reaps, its controller must sacrifice it. We have Gongoozle, Amber Pip whenever you play it. Play, deal 3 damage to a creature. If it is not destroyed, its owner discards a random card from their hand.
This can turn into some very lucky plays when you can get rid of something your opponent has been holding on to. Quite situational though.
We have a Tentacus, 5 power, no armor. Your opponent must pay you 1 amber in order to use an artifact. We're on to Logos now. We have an Igor, 2 power, no armor. Play, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 to your hand and discard the others. We have a Helper Buck, 1 power, no armor. Play, you may play 1 non-Logos card this turn. 2 of those, very good for out of house. A lot of creatures in Logos, a lot to pull back with the not finished with you.
Yeah, getting those Helper Buck bats would be very useful.
First artifact of the deck, Library of Babel. Action, draw a card. We now have Pip Pip. After an enemy creature reaps, stun it. 2 power, no armor. We have a Poke, Amber whenever you play it. Deal 1 damage to an enemy creature. If this damage destroys that creature, draw a card. Titan Librarian, 4 power, no armor. At the end of your turn, if Titan Librarian is not on a flank, archive a card. 2 of those, very useful. A ZYX Researcher, 2 power, no armor. Play, archive the top card of your deck with the top card of your discard pile. We have Eureka, Amber whenever you play it. It is an alpha. Play, gain 2 amber, archive 2 random cards from your hand. Very good for a first turn situation.
Yeah, fantastic to get some cards in your archive and churn your deck a little. Great stuff.
We have a Memory Chip. It is an artifact. After you choose Logos as your active house, archive a card. We have a lot of archiving, but sadly this is AOA, so we can't have any eddies.
Yeah, very unfortunate that.
We have a Master the Theory, Amber whenever you play it. Play, if there are no friendly creatures in play, you may archive a card from each enemy creature.
A lot of archiving in Logos there.
We're on to Untamed now with the Glimmer. It is an alpha. Play. Return a card from your discard pile to your hand. Two of those, very good for recursion, especially with the two not finished with use.
Hope we don't get a third.
You're lucky we don't. We have a Nox, 3 power, no armor. Nox gets plus 3 power for each neighbour it has.
Glimmer's a great card, but 3 alphas in your deck it can be very painful if you end up with them all in hand, especially with the Eureka as well.
But if you're lucky, Eureka could archive them.
Very true.
We have a Regrowth, Amber whenever you play it. Play, return a creature from your discard pile to your hand. We have Save the Pack. Play, destroy each damaged creature. Game 1 chain.
It's nice to get a board wipe in here.
2 of those, that's not very good.
You need some way to lay down damage on everything, that would be nice.
Song of Spring, Amber whenever you play it. Play, shuffle any number of friendly untamed creature from your hand, discard pile, or battle line back into your deck. A 4th alpha in this deck, it's a Bumblebird, 1 amber, no armor. Play, put 2 +1 power counters on each other friendly untamed creature. Not good with 4 alphas.
You could get your hand clogged up.
Another Mimicry. When you play this card, treat it as a copy of an action card in your opponent's discard pile. We got 2 of these in our last deck. Let's hope for 2 in this deck. Sadly not. We got a Nifflegrounds though. Amber whenever you play it. Action. Choose a creature. For the remainder of the turn, that creature loses Taunt and Elusive.
That can be very useful.
You now have Kindred, Longshot, 3 power, no armor, Elusive, and Skirmish. Reap, deal 2 damage to a creature. You now have a Lupo the Scarred, 6 power, no armor, Skirmish. Play, deal 2 damage to an enemy creature.
So that's everything for this deck. How many pips we got on here, Oscar?
We have 12, so quite good.
Quite good for an AoE deck especially. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've got in here. Mimicry is always something nice to see. Very useful.
We have a Lupo the Scarred, good to get damage on creatures, especially with the poke when you have a Save the Pack.
Yeah, a bit of direct damage from both of the Kindred and the Lupo is always very useful. The Song of the Spring, which does almost the same thing as the Not Finished With You.
I quite like the 2 Not Finished With You and the Song of the Spring, especially to pull back stuff like Igor and Helperbot.
Glimmer can be great for getting that Mimicry back. It's a shame not to see anything that will lay down damage across the board with the Save the Pack. That would be a fantastic interaction if we could. Okay, in this logo set we've got quite a lot of archive, potentially some archive here, but requires you to be behind and have an empty board. Memory Trip, 1 every turn. Eureka's going to get you 2. ZYX Researcher's going to get you 2. The Librarians may get you 1 if anybody lets them live.
And so will the ZYX Researcher.
Yep, very true. The Igor for some nice cycling of the deck. A couple of helper bots is very useful, but there's nothing big or powerful here in Logos. We can set up some nice turns with all the archiving, I think, but I think this deck might suffer if somebody can get a board presence out against you.
What I can see is very interesting in my eyes is if you have an Igor and a ZYX Research in your hand, you pick up that Igor, you play it, and you have 2 out of the 3 cards you want. You pick 1, you discard 2, and you can return the one that you like from the top of your discard pile with the ZYX Researcher.
That's a fantastic interaction, Oscar. Yeah, that's very nice. And then we do have some nice stuff in the disc. The Maverick Tremor is fantastic. I always love stunning people's creatures just to get yourself an extra turn to do something. Banish is one of these cards for me. It's always a bit meh. I mean, archiving it, you might as well bounce it back to the hand.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same effect.
But you could archive someone's Saurian like tributed creature.
Fantastic, yes. Cooler Weak is great, but you need something weak to go against.
Well, what does Colder Weak say? Is it enemy creature?
Yeah, destroy the least powerful enemy creature.
Because if it did not, you could kill that Dust Imp, but sadly not.
No.
Although if you do Reap with the Dust Imp when you have a Blood Shard Imp out.
Yep, then it'll get destroyed and you'll get the Amber for it. That'll gain you 3. That's quite nice. Play the Bloodshard Imp first and then the Dust Imp. And then you've got the Not Finished with Use that we can use to recur some of this stuff. The Yerks are interesting. At least you can cycle a card out of your hand from a house that you don't want to play. Let's say one of these Save the Packs or something that you're not going to use.
Or a Glimmer when you have already the 4 alphas.
Yep, you don't want to have to keep stuff in your hand. Yep, it looks like an interesting deck. We'll see how it plays. Not sure it's going to do too well, but I'd be intrigued to give it a go against a World Collide deck.
So would I.
That's great. That's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, everyone, and please like and subscribe.
Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to turn on the notification so you don't miss any other videos that could help you. Goodbye.
Keep